She fooled everyone, including her own children. Lori Vallow, once seen as a loving suburban mom, is now serving multiple life sentences for crimes so shocking they sound like fiction. This is the story of the so-called Doomsday Mom, and how her mask finally slipped. Let's dive in. In July 2019, Lori's fourth husband, Charles Vallow, was shot dead by her brother. She claimed it was self-defense, but prosecutors later called it a cold-blooded conspiracy to snag $1 million life insurance payout. Not even 3 months later, a drive-by shooting targets her former nephew-in-law, Brandon Boudreaux. Miraculously, he survives. Then, October 2019, Chad Daybell's wife, Tammy, dies under suspicious circumstances. 2 weeks later, Chad marries Lori on a Hawaii beach. The newlyweds acted like nothing happened, even as Lori's own kids, JJ and Tylee, vanished without a trace. For months, Lori spun wild stories, claiming the children were safe, even as their loved ones grew desperate for answers. The truth unraveled in June 2020, when police discovered the remains of JJ and Tylee buried on Chad's property. Lori and Chad were arrested, but the full scope of the horror wasn't clear until the trials began. Lori, representing herself, clashed with the judge, even arriving in court sick and combative. She called herself innocent, but the evidence was overwhelming. Prosecutors say money, power, and twisted beliefs drove her. Lori claimed her husband was possessed by a demon named Ned and gave her brother religious authority to kill. But the jury didn't buy it. In Idaho, Lori was convicted of murdering her children and stealing their Social Security benefits. Life without parole. In Arizona, she was found guilty of conspiring to kill Charles Vallow and trying to murder Brandon Boudreaux. The sentence? 2 more consecutive life terms. Her partner, Chad Daybell, wasn't spared. He's set to die for the murders of his wife Tammy and Lori's 2 children. The real heartbreak came in the victim impact statements. Lori's surviving son called her the family tragedy. JJ's grandparents described Lori as a narcissist, psychopath, delusional murderer. Brandon Boudreaux forgave her but said she'd shown no remorse. The judge said Lori shattered lives and left a wake of destruction wherever she went. So how did a woman with such a convincing mask fool everyone for so long? Maybe it's because evil doesn't always look like a monster. Sometimes it looks just like the mom next door. If you want more true crime stories that dig beneath the surface, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.